should be live now, guys. I am trying out a different, it's like an OBS, but it's a different one. So I don't know what the sound quality is going to be like. So we'll see. So I'm going to attempt to do this double page spread. I'm going to use the Winsor & Newton paints tonight because I've not got really bright colours of the Prima ones. So these aren't my favourite, I like the Primas now. But I've sort of got to work with this. This is what I've got. I know that there's a tropical palette. I dropped my lid already. There's a tropical palette already. But that's the one that I'm missing. Not done it.
Like that.
What?
You like that?
Yes, that's what it is. Hey Kayla. How is the sound? Hey Mia. And Lauren. Welcome everyone. I'm using a different software, so I don't know what the sound is going to be like on it. I'm hoping that it's not echoey. Main change for less. Hi. Yeah, I did use this software last time, but I've just messed around with the settings. I'm hoping that it's a bit better this time. So yeah, I'm going to start this page tonight. I've already done three pictures out of this one already, and this is the picture. That's the one that I'm going to go for. It's like a pink purple. I don't know if that's in frame because it's lagging a bit. Let me just click on it. Yeah, there we go, that's better. So that's what I'm going to go with tonight. I'm going to attempt to mix these colours anyway. So let's wet them first. Let's start off with the reds. Just using a little squidgy bottle. Have you got this boot yet, Kayla? I'm going to have to probably close that in a minute just to save my battery. It's like it's a pinky reddy colour. I haven't used this palette in a long time now actually. To make sure I mixed enough colour. I don't actually know if I'm going to do, you know, both the same side, or, you know, like contrasting colours. I don't know. We'll see how we get on with this first side anyway. So adding plenty of water. I'm going to mix a bit of purple in there. That looks a bit better. When will you be able to get it, Mia? Kayla, it's the World Within Worlds book. So I'm just going to test this in a minute just to see what the colour's going to be like. I have actually got my heat gun as well tonight, so I don't have to sit here and wait. So it needs to be a little bit darker. I have got a swatching sheet at the side of me as well for testing the colours out. It comes out next month. Oh, you've not got long to wait then, have you? I've been really enjoying this one. This page does remind me, I don't know which one it's out of, but it has got a beta page already. Right, I'm quite happy with that colour, so I'm just going to go straight in. And we're just going to do this in very thin layers. Oh, something in my eye. I did the mistake by mixing acrylic in here. This is when I first got the palette. I didn't know that you couldn't let it dry. So there's no way of me getting that up now. I'm using the Arteza water brushes. I think these ones come in a pack of 6, I believe. Well, I'm just going to dive straight in, because if I don't, then I won't start it. Like I said, we're going to start off with a really light layer and build up on it. I'm even going to go through that bubble there. This paper is really good as well for watercolour, acrylic, you know, anything really. Do you like them as well, Mia? I think they're alright, they get the job done. The other good ones as well, if you're looking for new water brushes, is the Pentel ones. These ones are quite good, but they do come in a smaller set. But normal watercolour brushes are quite good, which these ones, and the really cheapy ones, I might switch over to using that shortly actually, because they hold water a lot better than these aqua ones do. The only thing you've got to be mindful of is you've got to be quick when you're working with watercolour, because it will start going patchy on you if you don't. Is that alright, or do you want me to zoom in a little bit? I've actually figured out how to do it. Woohoo! I'm so happy. Would you like me a little name as well on the bottom left? Kayla, these ones as well, oh gosh, what's it called? Kate from Kate's Colouring Haven uses this one. I think it's the Zig one. There's no writing. Kuritake. Yeah, I think it's the Zig one. That's a really fine one. They're really good. Tombow water brushes. I think it was Sammy on her stream yesterday using Tombow markers, and they look really nice. Yeah, that's the one, the Kuritake Zig one. Right, let's carry on. I'm going to close my phone down for now, and I'll just have to keep referring back to it. So my sound is alright tonight, it's not too echoey, hopefully. I'm not going to worry too much, you know about these little details. Like there's a dolphin there, there's a couple of dolphins, there's surfers. Because I plan on going over the top of certain areas with pencil anywhere. I think I've got one of the Derwent ones. I got that as a free sample actually. I don't tend to reach for that one, only because, as you can see, it's quite difficult to get the lid off. You know, but it's there if I need it. I'll probably use that with acrylic, to be honest. Let's bring this up. There is little bits and bobs everywhere. Be careful around them, but I'm not too worried if I go, you know, over them. Talking about staining lines, I actually painted my nails earlier on, and I don't ever do my nails myself. I usually go to like a salon and get them done. And for the life of me, could I stain the lines of doing my nails? They're atrocious. But I'm biding my time. I won't get them done in a couple of weeks. There's no point in getting them done now, so I won't get them, you know, done again. Yeah, I'm all fingers and thumbs when it comes to nail polish. How is everyone? We're still having a really bad storm at the minute here. Managed to pop out for probably about an hour and a half this morning before it really, you know, started. And what's funny is the storm is called Storm Dennis, and that's my dad's name. So it's just hilarious that you're seeing all these captions on the internet that Dennis has done this and Dennis has done that, and it's just like it's referring to my dad. It's funny. I find it funny anyway. I'm going to have to move this over a little bit, I'm running out of room. camera might even pick up how bad the wind is actually. Lauren, I haven't been in that store in quite a while now actually, because I usually do all my online ordering. But saying that as well, I've not been ordering anything either. I've been being good. Should be proud of me. The only thing I've ordered recently is it's like a mechanism for my tripod, like shape of a ball, so I can move the camera around a bit easier. But I've not ordered anything to do with colouring. Not till I get back off my holidays. I need to save pennies. I know it looks nothing now, but I promise once we get the layers on and we start with the pencil work. Did you all see my finished page from last night? Let me show you, because I really love this one. Is it this one? Yeah. That's the one from last night. And I did that in a little under 2 hours. No worries, Kayla. I've been watching your videos as well on Instagram. She's so cute. Your little live as well that you did. I watched it when it wasn't live though. But yeah, this is the page that I finished last night, and you see the glitter on there. I found a use for that wall glitter. I love it. Yeah, so just under 2 hours to do that one, so I'm hoping I managed to get at least this side done in that amount of time tonight anyway, or at least, you know, 3/4 of it, and I can work on it tomorrow. But the kids are off school now, so there's none of this filming in the morning when she's at nursery, so you'll just have to bear with me for a week or so, guys. I'll try and fit in streams and filming where I can. But you know, when you've got your kids, it's just one of them things. So we'll see. I'm hoping that I can film when she's down for a nap, but then it'll be sod's law. My son will come down and want something. Thank you, Tracy. I was really proud of that, and I really enjoyed doing that one as well. Like I say, a couple of people have said to me, well, how have you got it done in that time? That's really quick. But I've got all my stuff out on my desk, and I'm sat there with the YouTube on the iPad in front of me, and the time just seems to fly by. And before I know it, you know, most of it's done anyway. Especially in Kerby's books. We're getting there slowly but surely. I'm going to add a little bit more purple than that picture. I wanted purple. My mother-in-law's messaged me. I've got an appointment early morning for Isabel. She has to go and get remeasured for a lycra suit, and my mother-in-law's offered to give me a lift, but I think we're just going to walk, as long as it's not raining. Right, so that is the background, that little bit there. Sometimes with these pictures I do get confused with the backgrounds, what's what. You really have to, it's like a, well, as it says, it's a search book, isn't it? How are your dogs, Mia? Mine have been handling this weather, to be honest, quite well. And don't get me wrong, they don't like going out in it. So we've got another surfer here, so let's try and carefully go around him. I'm begging for toast. Typical, isn't it? I was feeding Isabel before she had spaghetti bolognese for the tea, and then you've got one dog on one side and one dog on the other side of a chair, waiting for it to spill some probably. Hello Pickle, I think this is the first time that I've seen you on here, welcome. I'm pretty sure it is anyway. I know I've commented on your pictures on Instagram. So when I've been getting to the corners, I've not even been putting paper behind these to protect it. It's been naughty really, it's just laziness. Just lifting up paper. How long does it go in the microwave for? 4 minutes.
We're going to do 2.5 minutes. I've just put the oven on to preheat it and we'll do the garlic naan in the oven.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry?
you put me in a bowl, so we'll make noise in the bag.
I'm sure you managed to make noise somehow, Dana.
Ah?
Exactly. I'm not falling for that. Which book? Mia? Which one of her books? You know, I sort of feel like I've lost out with that book, to be honest. The new one, I don't know what it was called in English. Someone did tell me, but I can't remember. Oh, the one that I got. Yeah, the book is fine. It's just the print-offs. Do not use watercolour or paint or anything on them because they'll just bleed like mad.
Couple of second delay in it.
Yeah. That's strange, you don't usually get me notifications, Pickle. I'm just catching up. Hi Tammy, it's lovely to see you. How are you doing today? I'm trying to be a bit quicker with this because my palette's drying up a bit here. I'm going to have to probably add a bit more colour to the palette if I'm not careful. So I don't know about you, once you've mixed a colour, I find it really hard matching that colour back up again. Tammy, I'm alright, thank you. Thanks for asking. I'm doing okay. I feel better now though, guys, that I've got this up and running because I'm not doing it the way that I was streaming last week. I'm doing it like the proper way, like through YouTube, through like the OBS, and I've worked out how to zoom in, and hopefully the noise is okay. I've even got my little name and stuff on now, so I'm slowly but surely I'm working out how to do this. It was just a lot easier on my phone, but I like to do it on the laptop, like through webcam. So I've got my phone free now for, you know, phone calls or whatever. I'm just lifting up the page as I'm getting to the edge because, like I said, I've been lazy and not put a protective page. Hey Kirsty, how are you? How's your Mariola boot now that you've filmed your video? Have you started in it yet? I need to get back to her work. I've not done one in a little while actually. There's just not enough hours in the day though. You get all these boots and all this stuff and it's just, you know. I wanted to stream last night, but with the weather, and I saw that Sammy was having trouble connecting, I thought, you know, I'm not bothering getting all my equipment out and setting everything up for it to crash on me. So touch wood, it's not going to do that. Oh, the pink one you mean? The one with the pink background? Well, what have you done to it? Whenever I smudge anything, I sort of just go with it and just try and pretend that it was meant to look like that. 9 times out of 10 I've got away with it. I probably shouldn't say when I'm doing my finished pages that, you know, I smudged it by accident or whatever happened, but I do. Is there no way you can go over with white give a white Posca eyelashes instead? Oh, Lauren, you managed to fix your problem with was it the eyebrows? Instead of going in a straight line, you just went all the way down. You was following the nose, weren't you, instead? I'm sure I saw a picture that you fixed it though. Oh, I'm running out of the colour here, guys. Oh, I don't want to have to mix it again. See, Kirsty, I did my nails, but I'm terrible at stopping in the bloody lines. I tell you what, having acrylics has just completely messed them up. I've got quite strong natural nails, but because I've had acrylics on for so long, they've just weakened them terribly. Guess what I'll be doing later on then. That's fine though, Lauren. It doesn't matter if you colour slow or colour fast, you know. Whatever works for you. But it did look like that you fixed the problem on that picture, you know. I think we might get away with this. Don't want to have to mix any more colours. Trying to keep my hair mate the light as well. Before I started streaming as well, this was like an hour ago before I actually decided. The screen was flickering, constantly flickering. Anyway, I went onto the online chat to try and get some help. And I was at it for about half an hour trying to fix all the settings. Anyway, long story short, this webcam doesn't like LED lighting than what we've got in the dining room. So I'm basically sat here in a pitch black with just a lamp overhead. And that's the only way I can get it to work. Bye Tracy, thank you for joining. Tammy, Kirsty knows what I'm like. Now that she said don't zoom in, of course you know I have to. I won't do it on stream, I'll wait till later. I'm not going to go over these jellyfish as well, I'll make them a different colour. Is that meant to be a whale or a shark? I won't do it on stream, Kirsty, don't worry. Yeah, I've said for a couple of weeks now. I've been really enjoying doing them. I've just, you know, I think if you want to get better at something, you've just got to practice, haven't you? I am gonna have to put my arm in the way just for a second, guys. That's why I do this bottom bit. Let's go around this woman. Like I said though, I've not got the tropical Prima palette, and that's what I would have ideally used. I mean, I like these Winsor & Newtons, but they're not my favourite, not anymore. And the colours in the Prima ones that I've got didn't suit for what I wanted in mind. So, needs must. Right, so let me just blast this quickly with the heat gun. How much for the delivery on that Etsy one then? I was going to ask you that because you said that there was only, was it £1 or something? Just plugging in my dryer. I don't like keeping that thing plugged in all the time. It makes me paranoid. Like it'll blow up or something. Lauren, no it's not. We can't get it. Well, I haven't found it in a store yet anywhere. Right, I get you now. Yeah, we're just seeing which is the best place because that big black bottle that I got was £8 something. I'm not in the market to buy a load of new acrylic paint at the moment though, if I'm honest. Because like I said, I've got all that Arteza one that I'm going to have to figure out, you know, what I'm going to do with that. Because some of it I can't use because it's too shiny. I won't be able to go over with colour pencil. But if I'd have known that, I wouldn't have bought them. But like I said, I've only just got into the watercolour now. Yeah, I've even got a heat gun and everything, Mia. Get me. You have to have one of them things. It's annoying. You know, waiting for the colours to dry. Right, let's go in and re-wet this, and I want a nice purple. Oh, did it? Brilliant. Brilliant. I'm going to bring that reference picture back up again in a second. I'm just mixing all these purples and let's see what colour we get. A bit more water. I just find it dead fun. It's like being a kid again. You remember them cheapy watercolours that you used to get in like the circle pans and the dead chalky? Remember them? Right, let's have a look at this reference picture again. See, the tips are white. Obviously I'm not keeping them white because they're meant to be waves. So let's go in and make this bit purple. And it's just these bits of the tail. Oh yeah, that is impressive then, 20 years. Very impressive that they still work alright for you. Back again, I'm going to have to move this. I don't like the sharp edges of this palette. It just seems too big and bulky now compared to the other ones that I'm used to. I'll plop the colour on there and then blend it out towards the head. Oh, you'll have to put them on Instagram, Kirsta. That picture that she did of the girl, I don't know what boot that was out of. That was really good. You gave her your Artezas, didn't you? The spur ones. I'm sure I read that somewhere. Or am I thinking about someone else? I'm pretty sure it was you anyway. Oh, I've got no tissue paper. Where's my cloth? I'm going to have to get a normal tissue. I forgot to get my cloths. Right, so they can just be there for now. Let's have a couple of these. Let's use this to wipe off. This is what I was doing last night to blend the petals out on the fur picture. Just going in with a clean brush and then pulling the colour downwards. Just be careful how much you are wetting the paper and going over and over and over because it will, I think it's pillet, I think. I believe. I don't blame you. Oh, I bet she wasn't. You'll have to find somewhere high to hide them, I imagine. Let's bring this colour upwards. It's the same thing again, let it dry a little bit and then go in to blend it out. This palette is doing my head in. So we're happy as well that I found the use of that, the sparkle, the Wow embossing powder glitter, because it isn't actually embossing powder, that glitter, it's you know, you're just meant to use it with glue. And them glue pens are really, really nice as well. Well, yeah, then you're gonna have to lock them away. I'll have to get her a little safe. That's not looking too bad now, is it? Using watercolours in this book, it will crinkle the paper, so you know, if you are bothered about that, don't bother me. It flattens out over time anyway. Then don't use watercolour if you're bothered. Same with the other side. So we'll just add a little bit of water to that. I don't want it as pigmented coming around here. Yeah, I'm just learning now with watercolour, it's just a lot of layers. You just have to be patient with the layers that you're putting down. You know, and if you've not got a heat gun, then make sure you let it dry in between each layer. Otherwise it will destroy your paper. I've just been talking about the kids being off school now next week. So that's going to be interesting to see when I can film, or you know, I'll be alright live streaming next week, that's fine. It's the filming I'm a bit worried about. Well, Lauren, your best bet is to have it out handy. Have it somewhere handy, that's what I do. I don't have it out on my desk constantly, but where I plug stuff in, like under my desk, I keep it there. What, otherwise you would have had to take all the kids, you mean, Kirsty? Yeah, oh, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. We've got a lot of appointments this week. It's lucky that it's landed this week anyway. If I could help you, I would. But Isabel's enough. So what you're going to do, just arrange it for a week after so you don't forget. Don't forget that. No, it's not a very nice thing to have done, is it? But, you know. I missed a little bit there. Are you dry? Yeah. See, because of the shape of this palette, it's all sinking to one side. I don't like that. That's really annoying, that. Can you see it? Like all piling up that one side. If I'm pushing it down, it's not doing any good. Yeah, she's still not took them yet. No, to be fair, they could have been a lot worse this week with the weather, and they've been alright. I can't complain. And Rolo was the sweetest this morning with Isabel. She really does love that dog. It's really lovely seeing them together now. Rolo's just stupid though. She's thick. She'll let Isabel do anything, which I know, and it's a good thing really. But she won't complain. I'm gonna go over that bubble there actually. I know what you mean though, Lauren. Yeah, it's because I think it's the hinge. You know, these hinges, they just don't lay down as well as, you know, my Primus. Like the hinge on these, it goes down a little bit, where the hinges on that one, it sticks up. I mean, it's probably because I've got used to using these so much now. There's nothing wrong with the paints, don't get me wrong, I just don't like the packaging that they've come in. Right. We went shopping as well. What day was Sunday? Yesterday. Oh, we've got the passport sorted, luckily. So it should be delivered by next Saturday. But we went for the appointment that we paid a stupid amount for. And they wouldn't take his passport picture that he had done because his coat that he had on, it had like fur around the hood. So they wouldn't take that, so then he had to go and get a new picture done. Luckily though, we didn't have to go and get it signed again because it was signed from the previous time. It was an ordeal, the whole thing. So yeah, the reason I was telling you that is because yeah, I went and did a little bit of shopping after. And he now is more or less done for the holiday. I just need to pick him up a couple pairs of shorts, I think. I've even got him a Disney hat, a cap. So I'm going to make him wear that. He says I'm not wearing the ears, so I'm making him wear a hat. So I think one last shopping trip and we should be done. No, is it bloody hell? Is he heck? He's terrible. He said he'll be more excited when he's sat on the plane. But that's just Lewis all over. He's a grumpy teenager. So he's going to be a barrel of laughs on holiday. Not every time that I'm talking about it, it's like it's me that's I've arranged which parts that we're going. I've arranged what rides, like the fast passes. I've basically arranged everything that I could arrange. And he's just, yeah, we'll do this. Yeah, we'll do that. He's just being a typical teenager, so. He'll be alright when he's out there. We took Isabel to the park this morning and it was on a roundabout and I said, stop spinning. That'll make me feel sick. He says, oh well mum, what are you going to be like on them rides over there? I think he thinks that I've never been on roller coasters and stuff. Can you get me a liquid please? If not, if it's not there, just get a fresh one because it'll be in my handbag. Thank you. Yeah, he's never known me or hobby to go on big rides because that was all before. You know, when he was really little, we used to go to Alton Towers at least a couple of times a year, and then we stopped going. You know, when that big accident happened. So he's never known us to go on any big rides. He's going to be in for a shock. Oh, I love them. Thank you. I don't know what that one's going to be like. No, I'll be scared and I'll be, oh, I don't want to go on this, I don't want to go on that. But as soon as I'm on the ride and I've gone over that one big, you know, hump, whatever it's called, and I'll be alright. Oh, I love that. I love that. I don't like the rides, you know, that they're quite high up and then just drop you down really quickly. That they're not my sort of rides. Bloody hell, I can't even open this. the one that I'm most excited about going on, and it's not even in Disney, it's in Universal. It's the Hulk ride. I don't know, I've watched video after video on YouTube, you know, people's point of views on it. I'm not surprised though, for 2 weeks. And it's a curry. We're going, we're going for 10 days. I think 10 days is going to be enough, especially with a grumpy teenager. My own. I'm just going to pop this colour wherever I see fit because I don't want to bring it down there. That's where the tail is. I've never been anywhere like that. The furthest, Mexico was probably the furthest. He's got his headphones in now. Mexico, we went there when we got married. We've been to Cyprus. That was to my father-in-law's villa. I've been to Disneyland Paris, but that I must have only been about 11 or 12, and it was with school, so I don't really remember much of that. And I think I've been to Tenerife. Yeah. Oh, and Egypt. Forgetting about that one. Yeah, they get to hurricanes and really bad weather all the time, Kirsty. You've got to be careful when you're going. I've been warned as well, do not wear flip-flops. Because if you get a downpour and you know your feet get wet, it's dangerous. And to take a plastic like mac or something like that with me to cover me up. But I'm going to take spare clothes with me each day. Oh, hi, Sue. You got to colour with your Holbeins. I'm jealous. I still really, really want them. Olga, hello. If you came in earlier on and I missed you, I do apologise. Yes, Sue, I'm really envious of you. I'm debating about the pastel set. Not just yet. Let's just shade some of these darker areas now. I think I'll go for a contrasting colour on the other side because I don't think I'll be able to match the colours anywhere now that I've mixed them myself. It's nice to see familiar faces keep popping in anyway. And I'm glad the notification button's working now. Woohoo! I don't even know why it wasn't working, to be honest. Right, it's looking a bit blurrier, so... What do you mean you can't get rid of yours, Kirsty? What do you mean for everyone, or just me? Mine don't actually, I mean every now and again they might pop up. But I've been watching, and you guys will probably have heard of them before, the Saucony Jolies. I've watched them for years and years and years, and then recently I'd not watched them. And then I've started watching them again because they're in Disney World at the moment, so that's the only reason I'm watching them again. So they've started popping up. Come 6 o'clock, they popped up on my phone. So I don't know whether it's, you know, the people that you've been recently watching it pops up for, I don't know. Alright. I thought you meant about notifications. Yeah, I don't know if that's how it works. You know, the people that you've been recently watching maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going over some of these darker areas. You know, there's already shade in there, so he's already telling you where to put the colour. Missing a bit down here. This page though is really similar, isn't it, to the other one? Again, I can't remember which book it's out of. But there's definitely a beta page in that one, I do believe. Well, there's plenty of things made that it's a YouTube thing. That's why I was sort of overjoyed tonight that I've got everything working. I don't want to speak too soon, like. I'm probably going to go in with the heat gun again now. Just for a couple of seconds. Will I get away with it? I think I'll get away with it. Just leave it for a second, have a drink. Katrina, hello. I nearly spilt my juice out of my mouth and tried to say hello. How are you? Yeah, I think that's okay. That I don't want to keep putting the heat on because it might annoy you guys because it's quite loud. So I'm going to darken just a few areas up now. That curry must be hot that my husband's eating because he's sniffling up every now and again. Let's have a see. That's looking a bit patchy there. Right, let's go in with the darker purple now. Darken it up a bit more. Trying to make sure I've got enough colour there so I don't run out. Don't want to have to mix it again. Well, I was trying to copy that one, like the reference picture, but I didn't want the white on the edges because they're meant to be waves, aren't they? Oh, I think the lighting's alright there as well. Let's move that a little bit. So it feels like it's blinding me as well. Yeah, you can't away now. That's better. There we go. Look, can you hear him? He's terrible. Hey Deborah. How are you? You can hear me down now as well. One of them anyway. Whinging. Have you got that sloth picture finished yet, Debbie, by any chance? Over the finished pages, Kirsty, on my finished pages, love, I've only ever talked. I've never put music over them. It's only very recently that I've started putting music on because I'm using this thing. I couldn't really fathom how to work it on the phone. So my finished pages I've only ever talked anywhere. So I mean I can't really help there. But it's not. I'll be totally honest with you. It seems like the more subscribers that you've got, the quicker you go up. I don't know how that works. I don't know. I have no idea. And I don't. There's not like a trick to it. There's no like rule that I can say this is how you do it, because everyone's different. You know, what might work for me might not work for you, and you know, vice versa. I think I put music over the speed colouring that I did, but I had to with that because otherwise you just would have heard because it was fast forwarded so quick. But my finished pages, I've never done that. Debbie, have you done a review? Again, that's not popped up. Yeah, if you've done another review, Debbie, it's not popped up on my notifications. We've just been talking about that actually. Sometimes it just works and other times, you know, it doesn't. And sometimes I even get an email. Strange. I'm very well, thank you for asking. I'm just hoping that I don't make a mess of this picture while I'm on my live. I was just wondering what they was talking about then. Debbie, yes they are. They are really good paints, don't get me wrong, but I don't like the packaging. But I think it's because I'm so used to the smaller, the Prima ones, that I don't like the packaging. That's probably what it is. And I'm actually going to switch over and use a different brush now because I've had enough of this one. These brushes that I got here, they were in like a pack of 12 and they was only about £6, and they've, you know, they've done the job. They hold a lot of water as well. Yeah, so they're really good, these ones. I'm just going to have to move out of the way because the glare, I can't see a thing. They do hold a lot more water, these ones though. Which is strange because they're aqua brushes. That's their job. Yeah, you said, Mia, you was thinking about doing that. That's so expensive though, isn't it? I think it was about, was it 300 or 400 or something, depending which set that you got. My husband would kill me if I spent that much money on one set of paints. But they are gorgeous, aren't they? I'm going to have to add more water and drying up. So Sue, how are the whole beans? You said you're enjoying using them. What are they like to sharpen? What's the blending like with them? What other pencil would you compare them with? If you could. Yeah, like a present to yourself, you mean, Mia? I mean, if you save up, you know, if you save up for them, it's not too bad. But if it's one big outlay for that much, I wonder how many of them she actually sells. Because when you look on a store, it always says one available. Like, surely she wouldn't make more than 1 or 2 of them just in case they don't sell. Or she'd have to break them down and sell them individually, I suppose, wouldn't she? No worries, Lauren. Thank you for coming on anyway. And I'll probably speak to you next week anyway. Cheryl, hello. I'm alright, thank you. How are you? Getting through well, hopefully the last of this nasty weather. Hopefully. I'm sorry if my hand's in the way. It's just the way that, because if I was doing this on my own, I'd be turning the paper, and obviously I can't do that on stream. So I do apologise. I'll try and hold the brush a little bit further back. It must be spicy that, because now he's just sniffing up constantly. Oh no, there's nothing worse than toothache and earache. And at this time as well. Would you manage to be able to get to a dentist appointment tomorrow? That is just a supermarket curry that he got. I sent him into Sainsbury's for a pack of low pack for my jacket potatoes that I have for my tea, a bottle of wine and some coleslaw. And he come out with 2 ready-made curries. I'm having this for my tea instead. So that's why it's funny that he's sat there sniffling up, because obviously it's hot. Hi Susan, how are you? Lovely, lovely. That's good to hear that they are like the Prismas then, because I do prefer them over the polys. I've actually, you know that spur set that I got, I've actually put that on a selling site now, because I was going through all my art supply stuff and I was thinking, never in a million years am I going to go through a full pack of polychromos, let alone 2 full packs. So I've put them on, and hopefully, you know, if they do sell, then I'll put that money towards buying the Holbein pencils. That's, you know, that's my thought process anyways, but we'll see. We'll see. This is a funny angle. Yeah, exactly, Kirsta, exactly. So my mother-in-law's got an eBay account, so worst case, you know, I can get her to pop it on there, then I'll just have to pay the selling fees on there. But I put it on, I put the price on and everything, and within a couple of minutes you get people commenting on it saying how much, and it's there in black and white on the screen how much it is, and I'm thinking, oh. I'm not ignorant, I'll message them back, but it's just a bit annoying. And I'm sure it's just some people just to do it, you know, just for the fun of it. That's what I have put them on my other Facebook selling groups. I think I've put them in 3 or 4. So Sam's just gone home. Has she been round yours for a Sunday dinner by any chance? And how's your decorating? Is it finished now? And Sue Berry, you said they're more creamier and more blendable. Oh, I bet they're gorgeous. Yeah, I do remember that they are a lot cheaper if I buy them from the Japan. Well, I've tried to look on the website to try and figure out how to do it, and I've had to get my husband to do it. Was it like that? Because all I could hear was...
No, you could hear that.
And everybody else heard you as well.
No, well, not like Vindaloo.
Is that what it was?
What, Vindaloo?
Vindaloo. Vindaloo. He got himself a Vindaloo and he got me a butter chicken, which is still in the fridge. I don't even know if I like that. I usually have Madras. Thank you, Kirsta. I used to have kormas. That's all I used to eat, to be honest. But not anymore, not since being with my husband. Madras and he'll have a Vindaloo. So yeah, Susan, have you finished your decorating? I remember the last time we spoke you said that you was having your decorating done, or you was doing your decorating. Thank you. Are you putting Top Gear on now?
Yeah, watch it, sorry.
Try your best not to sit there and giggling like a girl, like last week. Well, don't shake me over and pause it and say, look at this. I'm not getting up.
If I laugh, I'll laugh. I'm sure
Okay.
people laugh before.
Remember it, was it last week that on Tuesday? Giggling like a girl. It's going a bit dry this now. Sarcastic. So what are you thinking of filming next anyway, Kirsty, after asking that? Why don't you do a colour along or something like that? I am going to finish the Hannah Carlson page that I started to show you the background. I am going to finish that as a colour along. I don't know when I'll be able to, obviously with kids being off, but I will do it. Right, I need to blend this bit out here a little bit. Let me just check. Yeah, it's still in frame, it's okay. I might even zoom in just a tad. I'm just checking how zoomed in that is. Just a little bit. You feel too rubbish. What do you mean? Like you're colouring, how you talking, what do you mean by that? Mate, I've told her this. I'm just checking that I'm all in frame there, that I've zoomed in a little bit. And I think that's okay. No, I've told you that, you're really good. Right. You know what would be dead sweet? If you did one, because your Ruby's good at colouring, and you got Ruby to sit at the side here and join in. Would she do anything like that? I've tried to convince Lewis to sit at the side of me and do his drawing, but he's not interested. I don't want to be on the internet. I can't force him if he doesn't want to do it. Right, just let that dry just for a second. I might even just add a little bit, you know where the shading is on the face? Oh, there you go, exactly. Yeah, we all started somewhere, didn't we? We all started somewhere. So I'm going to put a bit of pink on the face now. Oops, I just went on that page behind. No! That's a good thing with watercolour, it just rubs off. Yeah, I remember you saying that you'd shaved it off. Is that it was a fashion at one point, wasn't it? Where they had the side, was it called a side shave? I can't remember if that's what it was called. Let's add a little bit of this round here now. They always look dead angry, these fish, don't they? Talking about fish, one of my snails had died. I went into the tank yesterday to do a routine clean, and it was sat at the back upside down. So I put it the right way up and I've left it overnight just to see if it had moved. And I've gone to it this morning, I've took the shell out and there's no snail inside of it. Gone. So I don't know what's happened. Mysterious tail of a snail out of a tank. The other fish must have had it. It must have just died and the fish have eaten it. I have no idea. So now I'm going to have to go and replace that now next weekend probably. Yeah, it was literally, I'll put it in the bin now. But it was just a shell. I have no idea where it's gone, I can't see anything in the tank. Either that or the other snail's eating it. Did you say you've started using watercolours now, Kirsty? I'm not talking about the metallic ones. You know, just normal ones. Well, yeah, they must have done. Honestly, I can't find it. I did a proper deep clean out of water change. Cleaned the filter and everything, you know, it's just gone. Wiping off the brush and going in. And still no, nothing's happened about Isabel's bug yet. I've still not got a hood. So if it is raining, I can't leave the house. The man who came round to the house to have a look at it, to attempt to fix it, said, if you've not heard anything by Wednesday, then give me a ring. Like I said, I've got appointments after appointments this week. I need to do shopping, so I have no idea what I'm going to do. No idea. It's silly that they sent the chair off in the first place with a bloody broken hood. I'm half thinking that they knew what they were doing. I'm going to add some of this darker pink as well, you know, like these areas. You can tell I've used these a lot. I've started to get dints in some of them. See these bits here? And then we could even go in with either a white acrylic, you know, where it's meant to be waves, or a white gel pen. Just add the white back in. I don't know what colour to do the background yet. I don't know. Alright, Kirsten, yeah, me too, Mia. Me too, it's ridiculous. I mean, where we're taking her tomorrow morning, it takes, it's probably going to take me about 30 minutes to walk there, then we've got the appointment, then 30 minutes to walk back home, so it's going to be a case of, you know, practically running there, so we don't get caught in the rain, so we'll see. I need to drive, that's what it is. So as soon as we get back, once this holiday's done, that's where the majority of the money's going. On driving lessons. How many of you don't drive? It's just something I never felt the need to have to do it up until, you know, we find out that Isabella was disabled, and I sort of I have to now. If you wet areas as well and just go over with the tissue, you can actually lift the colour out, you see. You can, but you don't. Why not, Mia? Is there any reason for that? Tell you what, it'd make my life a lot easier. Alright, what's we thinking here now? A little bit more here. Oh well, I don't blame you then. I've always said if I drove, well, when, I will probably never go onto a motorway. I mean, only if I really had to, I would. But you see all these accidents and stuff on the TV, and it just scares the life out of me. Even me being a passenger in the car, I'm quite a nervous passenger. But my husband keeps saying it's different when you're in control. You know what you're doing, etc, etc. So we'll see. Right, I think we're going to leave it with the watercolour on the fish, and let's decide what colour we want the background in, and let's start working on the white. Let me just wipe some of this up. I've got a used baby wipe here. Oh gosh, well no wonder. No wonder, that must have been a bad one then. I'm just using the baby wipe just to clean the palette off, and then my tissue. So I've got more I've got another tissue head, didn't I? Yeah, there it is. Right, what's the contrasting colour to this pink? I've got my colour wheel somewhere. Oh, I bent it, no! Right, so the pinks are here. Where is it? That's red. Red, pink. So we're talking green. Maybe a green background. A lot of people keep saying that to me, so a lot of people. I mean, I wouldn't have to just drop Isabel off and come back home and wait for it to finish. I could go and do my own thing, etc, etc. I know I need to do it, it's just I keep chickening out, and then the holidays come up, so my money needs to go on that. But I am going to do it. I'm going to go with like a minty background. Let's see if I can mix that colour first, shall we? No, I'm sure I'll be okay. I have to drive, I will have to drive an automatic. I did do driving lessons last year in a manual car, but because of the arthritis in my knee, whenever I was putting my foot on the clutch to change the gears, my knee and my leg was wobbling really bad, so I wasn't able to time it all correctly. And even the woman, the instructor, said that you're going to have to do a automatic. So yeah, so I think it's going to be a tiny little bit more expensive, but it needs must. Well, I managed to do it. I managed to work out the gears and everything. It's just my leg. My brain was telling my leg to do one thing and it was doing its own thing. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go in with the white. Just try and lighten this green up a little bit. Welcome back, Kirsty. Just about to start on the background. I'm trying to mix like a minty colour. Need more white. Okay, so I'm going to take the kids shopping on Tuesday. I think I'm going to meet up with my mum and go to the Chinese restaurant that we can go that both of the kids like. My mum likes it as well. I'm not overly keen, but them two like it. Do a bit of shopping, and then, like I said, appointments the other days, unfortunately. Kirsty, I think you've got your hands falling off, haven't you? Wow, what, is she busy or something? Was it something like mega important that she couldn't change until a week after? Right, let's do this. Well, that is quite a nice green colour, that. Oh, Sue, then you'll completely understand where I'm coming from about the changing of the clutch and everything. I just physically can't do it. As much as it was frustrating the life out of me. So yeah, it's going to be hard. My husband drives an automatic anyway. He said that he would never ever go back to driving a manual car again after driving that. Oh, that's not your fault though, is it? I'm surprised she's asked that, knowing that you've got, you know, years to look after. I hope you said that you've had to cancel an appointment as well. This bloody palette. It's too big for its own good. Yeah, he's drove manuals all his life, and then up until this car that he's got now. I don't know what it's called. It's a BMW anyway, one with a large, it's got a big boot on the back of it so we could fit Isabel's wheelchair in, buggy or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and he said he would never go back to driving a manual again. And it looks easy enough. It's the test that's making me nervous, Cheryl. I think you know, I understand the rules of the road. I'm understanding, you know, all the indicators and etc, etc. It's the rules of the road that's making me a little bit, oh, am I going to remember all that? Add a little bit more water there. That purple is mixing in a bit. I really don't like this palette, this mixing tray palette. It's stupid, the design of it. That purple is leaking through as well now. Yeah, so Mia, are you going to order that boot then? I did actually say to, I was messaging with the artist, and I really did actually just want to send that boot back. But the price of the postage to send it back to Poland was like half of the amount of the boot, so it really was not worth me doing that, unfortunately. But she has updated the post now, and she's popped on, you know, it's not suitable for water mediums. You don't know then the rules of the road. Cheryl, my father-in-law has got epilepsy and he can still drive. But saying that, he's not had a fit in, gosh, I think it's a couple of years now, but still I think you've still got to tell the insurance company all sorts of that. I wish I got a 10% off at the time. It's sort of just sitting on the shelf right now because it's just annoying me that much that I don't even want to colour in the boot, but I've done half a page of watercolour and I test a page on the back. It's just one of them things I'll learn. I'm just going to wait until somebody else has got it first before I order it. That's why I'm asking everybody possible about the Holbein pencils. I think that green looks quite nice with that. I know it's a really pastel green. I'm going to have to zoom back out just a tad, just to fit the top left hand corner into the frame, otherwise, you know, my arm's going to be all over the place. Fill this bit in here. Right, dolphins. I think we're not going to go with blue, we're going to go with grey dolphins. Kirsty just got the toned tan paper, the set of art. I'm still waiting for you to say which ones you've decided that you want to swap. I didn't want to ask though. Just leave that for a second. I've missed a little bit there. Oh gosh darn it, that palette. I don't know if you can see it, but the purple is running into the green. That's super annoying. No, you pick. You pick, Kirsty. I'll get the bouquet when I've done the stream. I'll get the bouquet. So what do you think of that so far? In fact, I'm in the way for half of that frame then, sorry. I only just realised. That's one thing actually that is not in this palette. There's not a nice grey. So can I crack out my primers now? That's why I follow this up and then it doesn't contaminate the rest of them. Like that. Right, let's try the primers now. I'm going to get my Paul Rubens out as well. I need a nice grey, so there's not going to be one in vintage pastels, pastel dreams, no. Decadent pies. I do just love these palettes a lot more, I really do. See, there's a nice grey there, but the only thing is that's got a bit of a shimmer to it, so let's just see. So I'm just wet that. Get a smaller brush. Oh, not that small. Got that many brushes in here that you go for one and you pull another one out. I do need to go through them. There's some really old ones in there that I probably will never use. Yeah, it's definitely got a bit of a... It's got a metallic sheen on it, that one. It's not as shiny as the Paul Rubens, but it's definitely it's light enough though. Let's see. That should be fine. It's just so there's a base colour down. And my thought with the Paul Rubens was either, I think what I am going to do is, you see the little fish dotted, go in with the Paul Rubens on them. I mean, in my opinion, the more I can do with the watercolour, the better. Then I'm not spending hours and hours on the pencil work. Right, the surfboards. Let's go in with this green kiwi. I used this on that petal last night actually. I've not seen the 4 new ones. I restocked them other ones. I managed to get a really good deal on Amazon. I think it was about £8 for the 8, I think. So they're just under my desk at the moment as backups. But I didn't know they'd come out with new colours, Mia. What are they? Yeah, this green will go nice. See, I'm not keeping up to date. Yeah, them dolphins are a bit shimmery. That wasn't the look I was going for. One last one. Yeah, I always check the Amazon warehouse deals, but I know it's something like that when they say, oh well, the packaging is broke, etc, etc. On a pack of pens it doesn't really matter, because as long as the pens are alright, it's fine. So what colours are there then? Because I know that there's a green I think I'm missing. Right, let's wipe that up. Let's go in with the Paul Rubens now. I can't leave paint on the palettes. I won't be able to sleep tonight if I do that. It already stains them enough. So I've just literally got baby wipes, tissues, everything everywhere. I'm sat at the dining table as well tonight because I needed more room. I started setting everything up at the dining table because I needed more space for the laptop and my light and etc and the tripod. And my husband said to me, well that's it, you well and truly took over that dining room now, it's not a dining room anymore, is it? I said, I'll still use my desk. Use my desk when I'm not streaming or filming. Oh, thank you, Deborah. Pink, blue, caters all the colours. Oh, she done a haul or something recently, is the new Mia. I'll have a look myself on Cult Pens, because I think you sent me the link anyway. I've still got it on Instagram, I believe. Right, Mr. Fishies. Either, I think we're going to go with this one. I always use this one though. This is more like a teal colour, or we can go for a true green, dark green. Right, I get you now. I get you. I still think that I'm missing a couple of colours. I'm going to go with the deeper one. I always use that teal colour, so let's go for something different. So again, let's go in, sweat them, just a few drops of water. Where have I put my pens now? Oh, they're down there. I've got like a big mug now full of them. You're ordering all the colours, I don't blame you, they are really nice. Right, is that going to be small enough? No. Now I'm going to go in with the Zig water brush now. Might have even put a little bit too much water on there, so let's soak a little bit out. I've learnt my lesson with these. Oh, they're the, yeah, I've seen them, the Copic gel pen glitter ones. But again, you know, if I've found something that I'm really happy with, I'm not going to keep buying, you know. I'm happy with the Pentel ones. And I've got them jelly roll ones as well that I occasionally use. I'm learning my lesson now, slowly but surely. Yeah, that was a better choice. That's a really nice green. Oh, Kirsty, how are you getting on with your nail colours? Are you still really liking them? Well, I think so, because I know we can buy the just the pastel sets. I can't remember how much they are. I think it's probably best if I tried them out first, and if I do really like them, maybe just, you know, buy them singular. Notification has just gone up for Debbie Loves to Colour, so that has worked tonight. She's uploaded the watercolour pencils review. It's strange, isn't it? Sometimes it does work and sometimes it doesn't. Are you still using a lot of water even with that palette? Because I found that it was really helping me, you know, not to use a lot of water with that palette. Yeah, you can buy the, I think it's from Jackson's Art, you can buy the pastel set, Mia. So maybe I'll just do that. Because that's the main ones that I'm mostly interested in anyway. But I know what I'm like, as soon as I get something I have to have the full collection. Oh god. Debbie, these are the Paul Rubens. I hope you can see them in frame now. Look how pretty the palette is. Right, let's carry on. Oh, it dries up on me. Again, I probably don't use these enough as I should, because I just forget about them. I do, I'm naughty. I need to have them out like on my desk. Let's do these little fishes in the middle. Yeah, see, I think that is for the 50 colours. I believe on the Jackson Arts, I think it's 12 colours and it's about £50–60, something like that. Don't quote me on that, because it was last week that I looked. Yeah, so don't quote me on that. I've got this one, and I've got the 4 of them Prima ones, and then that Winsor & Newton. But it's took me a while. I didn't just, it's not one big haul, it's took me a little while to get all this stuff and saving. I am an Amazon addict, and I admit it. Do you mean pan pastels, Debbie? You mean pan pastels, the soft pastels in the little circle pans? After me saying that before, I'm getting all sorts of notifications from YouTube popping up on my phone now. Like I said, I've been good with Amazon, to be honest. Well, on Etsy as well. They're fish as well. I'm concentrating because these are really teeny tiny. Actually, these Paul Rubens were a present for my birthday. My father-in-law and my mother-in-law gave me money for my birthday, so I bought these, and there was something else as well. I think it was a set of pencils, I believe. Oh, you mean this one? Sorry, I got confused then, Deborah. I got confused. On the opposite page, I'm going to do contrasting colours. There's no point in me trying to match these colours because I've mixed half of them myself. So there's no way I would, you know, I'm going to be able to get away with that. So I'm going to do contrasting colours. So if I look at the chart again, so the opposite from purple, so I'll do a green sort of fish and then possibly a pink background. Something along the lines of that anyway. Right, I'm going to go in with purple for the jellyfish. So what sort of purple do we want? I'm going to go in with the pinky purple at the top actually. Can you hear one of the dogs snoring? Just literally sat right behind me, snoring like a pig. Well, hello. Welcome back to Earth. Well, we went for a walk to the park this morning. This lady had 2 baby French bulldogs and a chihuahua with her. Oh, they were gorgeous. They were like the lilac grey colour. These 2 French bulldogs, they're so cute. But I was just thinking to myself, how much hard work must be? How much doggy poo will she be picking up if she's got 2 puppies in the house at the same time? But yeah, they were dead cute. Dead cute. Oh, I love this purple. Look at that. I might even use that on the bubbles. I think I'm going to do. This is one of them colours that when you move it, it changes from pink to purple. Right, so I'm going to go and colour all these bubbles in this. What's everybody else working on tonight? Are you just literally listening to me? You're not working on anything? I find if I'm watching somebody else's stream, I can't sit there and colour because I need to have hold of my phone to do with obviously the typing. Or I'll have them on in the background, let's say like I'm doing housework or whatever. But I can't sit there and colour. So you're like me then, Mia. You're colouring along, Cheryl. What, in this book as well? You got Mimi sat with you. Yeah, I saw that you got that one. How come you ended up going for Anamorphia for your first one, Kirsty? I was curious about that. That's probably my least favourite out of all of them, only because of all the open areas. But saying that, I did do that collage page in one of them and I did really enjoy that, so I suppose that I can use it for that. But I like Mythomorphia the best. I love that one. I'm from the northwest of England, Deborah. Close to Manchester. That's the only one I think of Hannah Lynn's boots that I've not got the Tattoo Darlings ones. And you've been working a world of flowers today. Yeah, there is some really nice images, don't get me wrong. But the Mythomorphia one, actually, it was only last week that I was in there. They've got it in the works and they've got it for £5. So I did pick up a second copy of that one. I've not yet done a page in it though, but it's there to start. Oh, I should have said something else then, Debbie, then he weren't right, shouldn't I? I hate it when my other hair's always right. You used to live in the Midlands. Where do you live now, Cheryl? I don't like to say exactly, obviously, where like what town and stuff that I'm from. Obviously, it's the internet. I'm not going to say that, but yeah, it's not far from Manchester. Put it this way, I go to Manchester shopping a lot. That's what I first got as well, from family as well. Oh, lovely, Cheryl. Yeah, I got that a lot at the start. I really like that. I've not used that pink colour before. Why have I not used this? It's pink, but then you move it and it's like purple. Like, the camera is not going to do it justice. And see you from Surrey. To be honest, I did think that a little bit as well, obviously, because me and you know each other. You know how I speak on a daily basis and I know how you speak. But the first thing that I thought was I do the exact same thing. Because whenever me and Kirsty usually see each other, it's usually when I'm angry coming out from either like nursery or something's just happened or I'm going to an appointment. So when Kirsty sees me, I'm usually not nice. I'm usually pretty angry as well, aren't I, Kirsty? Of all the things that happen. This will be my fourth, Debbie, my fourth. That's the one that I was working on last night. Just be careful, I don't want to put that one. I love the glitter on it. It comes off a tiny little bit. I should have probably put a bit of hairspray on it, I just forgot. Yeah, that's the one. I don't want to sit here and say, well, I'm definitely going to get all these pictures done in this week, because you know I won't. I'll be colouring Kerby for a couple of weeks and then I'll move on to something else and then I'll come back to it. So we don't get bored. No, we're not near the... I feel like I'm playing a guessing game and it's not fair on you guys, but like I said, I don't want to say exactly what city that both me and Kirsty are from. And are you enjoying living there, Cheryl? Where I live now, I've lived here, not exactly like this house, but I've lived here all my life more or less. I was born in Ormskirk, if any of you know where that is. I was born in Ormskirk. And then we moved where we are now. And all of my family are more or less, you know, around here. You know, within half an hour's drive anyway. That's enough for me. Well, exactly, that's what I mean, Debbie. I don't want to seem like I'm playing like a guessing game, because I'm not going to say exactly where it is. I'll just say that, like I said, we go to Manchester quite often, so you know it can't be that far. I'm getting there now. You know, I was meant to leave that Prima palette out to do the skin tones. I'll have to just do it with pencil now, as I forgot. I really like this paint though. Why have I not used this one before? Right, am I missing any more bubbles? Because this always happens to me. There's one there. There's two there. And then I'll come back tomorrow morning and have a look, you know, and see what I need to do. And I've missed loads. Here. Here. Any more? coaster. Yeah, that's there, and then there's a button as well on the right hand side. So if you scan over that, it just subscribes straight away. But yeah, that's my name's been there for the whole time. And put a little bit more of this one, that big one as well, right in the middle. What do we think? I quite like that. You know what I might do as well? Which colour is it? I'm going to go in and individually do a couple of the scales. So pearl, silver, white, which is the very top one. Oh, thank you. I'm just seeing how much I can get away with not doing much pencil. This is just a clear colour, this one. It's just that very top one. I'm just going to go in and do a couple of the scales to see how it looks. Oh, that's bright. Let me zoom you in for this bit. Right, remember how to do it, Deborah? There we go. Can you see there how bright it is? I thought it was going to be more, you know, like a translucent colour. I might try and dab some of that off. I don't know if I'm overly happy with that. Yeah, I'm going to dab a little bit off just so you can see the pink behind it. Right. I've not yet, and I still won't do, put any of the colour on here because I just don't want to wreck it. Oh, no worries, Debbie. I'll see you soon. I'll watch your review either later on tonight or tomorrow when I get a chance. And I'll have a little nosy because I am interested to see what them watercolour pencils are like. Yeah, that's better. Just dabbing off the excess. Yeah, it's a bit of a funny thing, isn't it, actually saying where you live, you know, because you just don't know, do you? You just don't know who's watching and what have you. Yeah, that looks better. Just trying to make some of the scales look a bit shiny. Bye, Debbie. I think Debbie streams on a, oh gosh, is it a Monday? I think it's a Monday. I'm pretty sure it's a Monday because I usually do a Tuesday. I'm gonna have to ask her now. Right. I'm gonna put some of this over the eyes as well, actually. And then dab off the excess. I think I need to buy a new glossy accents as well. That one is completely and utterly not working now. It'll either not come out at all or it'll come out in that much of a big blob. It just destroys what I'm trying to do. So I need to replace that one, unfortunately. Right. So I do think that I'm done with these ones now. Is yours the same? Well, I've heard a lot of people say, you know, put a pin in the end of it, but for the life of me, can I find a pin in this house? No, I can't, when I really need one. So I think I'll probably have to get a new pin first, like a drawing pin or a needle or something, and then buy a new bottle. Right, let's put it back to bed now. We'll bring it out every so often. I just keep forgetting, you know, when you're out and about and you do your shopping, I just forget. They even keep it in its box. It's too nice not to keep in its box, this. and I managed to get a bit of green paint or pen or something underneath it. Yeah, back to bed. Mia, you know it, don't you? I say it all the time. I think we're going to have to go in and do a bit of pencil work just for the people, I believe. I'm just going to pull my polys out because they're the ones that are right at the side of me. Now I do think I'm going to do more of a contrasting colour on this side. I might even use either neo colours, or I'd be lying if I say that I'm going to do straight up pencils, because there's no way I'm going to do that. It's too much of a big area. Is it fun there?
I watched it, it wasn't the greatest one tonight.
Where was it?
It wasn't really like that. This one, we went to do a rally in New Mexico. We flew all the way there, and my only car broke down for 76 come back.
I wonder why you weren't laughing. Right, I'm going to go in. See, this is my smallest pencil that I've got, and this is probably the one that I do use every time that I use them. Light Flesh. But I have got a backup of this because I bought them single, in single from Hobbycraft. So, you know, that's what I mean by me saying I don't think I'm ever going to use all of these pencils. What time are we on now? 9:20. How long have I been streaming then? About an hour. I just like to keep an eye. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, me. I don't know about me selling the other pack. There's probably no need me keeping so many. Not when I want to buy different pencils anyway. Have you put the radiators on? Have you put the radiators on?
Huh?
Have you put the radiators on? It's warm.
It's on 17, maybe.
Oh, is it? Alright, okay. I'm going to be melting it, yeah. 17 degrees in Isabel's room, so he's put radiators on for her. I don't even think I need to go in with any shading because they're so tiny, these people. Do you think I'll get away with it? You'd probably only really notice if you zoomed into the finished picture anyway. Could add a little bit. We'll give them all matching clothes. We're going to go in with green, I think. This one, which is emerald green. This is one that I always tend to use. I'm just trying to not put down, you know, loads and loads of colours on the page. Well, you know what? I'm going to put some shading in now. Now that you said you're going to zoom in. I will put a little bit. Yeah, I don't want loads and loads of different colours on the page. That wind's picking up now. Oh, Mr. Man here. I feel like I'm going to have a nervous breakdown as well in this wind. Honestly, I hate it. I feel like the house is going to fall down when I full well know that, you know, nothing's going to happen. It's just horrible. I think I will add a little bit of shade into the dolphins. Just a little bit. Just underneath. It's a little bit more difficult over these because of that metallic. It's strange that all the rest of them are just normal. And the greys are metallic. Why do they do that? And I think this one's meant to be a shark actually. And I've missed a surfboard there, so I'm going to have to match that now. See, I told you, I always do it without fail, I always miss something. So it's more like a greeny yellow, isn't it? Let's have a see. That's close enough, but then it's more global. And she needs a green bathing suit on. Let's find that green again. Emerald green, I believe. And back to the hair. 1, 2, 3. I know it always happens. Always happens without fail. I miss one of them. I think once I've done this little bit here, I'm going to end the stream because I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do about the, you know, the waves. I need to look at reference pictures myself because I'm thinking either a white acrylic. I don't know if it's going to cover up the lines too much. What do you think? And I think a white gel pen, that would take me a long time to go around each of the lines. That's why I was more thinking, you know, like sponging it on. But I don't know. And I don't want to wreck what I've already done because I like this finished page. Well, almost finished page. Any ideas would be welcome. Maybe water the acrylic down a little bit with a bit of water to make it more like, you know, thinner. It's just for these bits, you know, that's meant to look like it's splashing. Oh, sorry, I'll just do it now. It'll only take me 5 minutes. Let me get my sponge. I just need to remember to wipe my palette down. Just try and not use loads of this because it's only a tiny bottle. Right, water. Just mix that up and let's see how pigmented that is. Right, sponge trick again, let's see if this works. Might need to add a little bit more acrylic, I don't know, you know how pigmented it's going to be. Let's just see. It might look better once it's dry. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed here that this is going to work, to be honest. Maybe go in with this side, the clean side. Ah, that's better. So I'll put the colour down with the other side and sponge it out with this. Right. I know what I mean. Like that. Something else is watching is funny now, apparently. That's the sort of thing that I meant. I might have to add a little bit more acrylic though. Just bear with me, let's just see. Some of the purple is coming off as well. I did this technique with that coloriage one, you know, with the purple. And I think that turned out really, really well actually. Right, let me just add a teeny weeny bit more. Let's just see how that looks. side. I bet you're all thinking, bloody hell, what's she doing to that page, Naj? It's meant to look like it, I promise. It's meant to look like splashing waves. A little bit more. Am I getting away with it, guys? Or have I messed it up here now? Some of that just looks like bird poop, seagull poop. It looks a little bit bad, that bit there. I don't like that. I hope I'm trying to explain. Do you know, like if it's really bad winds and the waves are coming up against the wall and it's all white, that's what I was trying to emulate. Right, I'm not touching it now. That is it. I'm done. So you'll see properly when it's dry and everything in a couple of weeks when I've done the finished pages. Let's wipe this acrylic straight away because I've done this mistake before and left it and not been able to get it off. Right guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I'm gonna tidy this gigantic mess up that I've made. No worries, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on Tuesday anyway. That's my normal day. This wasn't a planned day, was it? Oh, thank you, Sue. Thank you. I hope that last bit, look at the state of my hands everywhere. I have to touch the laptop now. Right, thank you very much guys. I'll see you on Tuesday anyway. Yeah, it'll be Tuesday evening.